Kayfabe Avenue.
Justifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream rise to the top. Oh yeah.
And we're back. We left off with the ending of Survivor Series. CM Punk making his debut. Cody and his team picking up the victory over the Judgment Day. But earlier before the show, me and Rich were having kind of a discussion, and it's something that I feel like a lot of people have shared as far as their reaction towards CM Punk's return online. A lot of people are kind of upset, kind of don't know how to feel. Some people are excited. Some people think CM Punk's a hypocrite for coming back. What were your thoughts on it, Rich?
I'm a bit indifferent. It's it's kind of. I remember being in North Carolina, debut Rampage. He makes his debut back for wrestling, and of course it wasn't going to feel the same because he's already on his third return. And it's just oh, I just felt really indifferent, and then there was a part of me that just felt like, ah, it's just really just a shame. And there's also another part of me that just feels like I just hope this works out. Like I really do. Like despite what happened in the past, I just hope this works out. Like because yeah, we've been here before, so that's why it's just like I would like to be excited. Of course, you're excited when you hear the music come out, but it's just like we've been here before. We've done this before. We've
Yeah, I
laid
mean,
out the red carpet for you
let,
before, and
let's be, 100% transparent. We made a whole episode, CM Pooh, the whole ordeal of what happened with him in AEW, and a lot of my stance as far as what happened in AEW with CM Punk was he should have minded his fucking business. And that's really how I feel. I get being the veteran. I get trying to instill knowledge in others. Some people just not receptive, so he should have minded his business. But a lot of it had to do with Tony Khan's decision making, and I'm gonna put that as the number one culprit in a lot of his situations because obviously he had the falling out with WWE, but at any point of what CM Punk was saying, was there truth to it? A lot of truth. And the years have shown us that he was right as far as what was going on in WWE, the conditions, the treatment, the idea behind creative. CM Punk left for a long time, and it wasn't as bad as it was before all the Roman Reigns and Tribal Chief storyline, booking was happening in WWE. It was a drought. Like we didn't even want to watch WWE.
that was one of the reasons why AEW even started.
Right. It was just slugging to get by, like to even enjoy an episode of SmackDown, let alone a 3-hour episode of Raw. So, in contrast, for that to turn around, it's a completely different company than it was when CM Punk was there. Vince is no longer there. So, the hypocrisy is, I don't see that as a valid reason for people to feel any type of way towards CM Punk's comeback. Vince is gone. The creative team is not the same. It's a new run. It's a new company behind WWE. It's a bigger opportunity. Triple H in the scrum was adamant that, hey, it's been 10 years. People grow. And if you haven't grown or changed in 10 years, then you did something wrong. And
Right.
I think CM Punk did prove that as far as in AEW, he was willing to work with people. He was willing to teach. He was willing to be receptive. But a lot of the issues with CM Punk were issues that were in AEW before CM Punk even signed the dotted line. Cody left because of issues in AEW before CM Punk even arrived. So, CM Punk's been gone for a couple of months. Those issues still persist. Those booking decisions are still being done. That was something I wanted to highlight a little bit too. Is AEW's decision making is really kind of terrible. The one thing that they do have up their sleeve, they're gonna have an amazing pay per view. The pay per view is gonna be something that everyone's gonna go all out. But at what point does your type of booking protect the stars? Like CM Punk left WWE also because of his health. Going back now is not hypocritical regarding health because WWE is actually giving people the space to have off, to have contracts where you're not used all the time. The contracts like they gave to Edge.
Yeah.
Now Edge is
I
in
mean, I would.
AEW, he's working every week, is not feeling special. He hasn't brought back the numbers that they lost when CM Punk was there. So how bad was CM Punk for AEW or for a WWE comeback? So I understand
Yeah.
people's backlash or even your indifference to the situation. Um, I just say I'm hopeful that things are gonna work out. I feel like if anything, CM Punk is home. This is where the controversy started. He was supposed to end it here, not bring it to another company and then do what everybody does. Anti WWE statement here, anti WWE statement there. Edge is the only one that's like, I don't got nothing bad to say.
Right.
Literally,
Yeah. That's
the only one.
yeah.
Because Edge,
Focus. What do you
they protected him.
focus? What
I
do you
got
think
something.
about them?
I got something bad to say. If he really wanted to move the needle and prove that he's a draw, like he said he is, he wouldn't have went to WWE because WWE is already the top company. He would have went to a trash bag company like NWA or Impact or MLW or NEW or whatever or HOG and try to build them up and bring all that star power into it and level it up to show that he is that draw, that he can bring a promotion to that top level. But he didn't want
I
to
don't
do that.
want
He
him to
wanted
end
he
up
wanted
like
he wanted to
Ronda.
fight Tony Khan.
I don't
He
want him
wanted
to
to
end up
fight
like
Tony
Ronda
Khan.
Rousey in Ring of Honor. A big
That was a one
star on a dead
that was a
show.
that was a one-time deal.
Well, wait, Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, because in order for Tony Khan to lend over talent for one of the shows that she wanted to do, she had to wrestle a Ring of Honor match, and that was it.
This is the thing. CM Punk, yeah, star power, attraction. There is nothing for CM Punk to do if there's no one for him to work against.
There's a lot of people he could
The
have worked
stars of
against.
the stars of
And
NWA
Impact and
are not
Impact
the
and
stars of NWA
MLW.
are not gonna hold up the feuds that he will have in AEW or the feuds he will have in WWE. There will be no comparison. The production, the value, these companies
And
don't
he
have
would
the
have
money.
You're
They don't
right.
have the money for Punk.
And if he would have been that draw, they could have bring in that money and then he would have single-handedly been that person to
Or
elevate a company by
or
himself.
or you could become a
Nobody
draw
else.
in the biggest company in the planet and get
And
advertised and promoted across the globe and draw merch
and
globally
let
as
The
opposed to
reason
domestically or in a small town market.
something that everybody expected.
To have that, but we have that
I only
argument for
Something
everyone.
everybody expected.
We
no,
can have that.
I only
Like
lean with CM
if you
Punk
want to talk
doing it
about
that way.
prestige, if you really want to do something in this business, elevate a promotion to where it never was before. And I don't think any wrestler could
Saw
do
that
that.
focus. We just saw that happen. Cody did it for AEW, and where is Cody's AEW?
All right, but I'm just saying
Doesn't
he went
exist
to
anymore.
WWE. I'm saying that if you hated WWE, you hated AEW, you could have elevated a smaller company like to reach to that height because CM Punk he literally sold out an arena off of a rumor. Just imagine what he could have done with all of these smaller companies. He probably would have been something that could have elevated, and that's something that's would have been a bigger story than oh wow, CM Punk returned to WWE. Big whoop. Okay, he's gonna sell merch. He's gonna be in these matches, but it's like so what? After a certain while, how much of that allure is gonna be there? You know, because it didn't happen
You
with
can have the same
AEW
argument
and
for
stuff like
Edge
that.
right
You can say
now.
that AEW didn't have the right roster, the right people, and this, that, and the third. But it would have been a bigger challenge to me and I would have been more impressed if he would have went to a smaller company and elevated that company into something that would be a competition to either at least AEW or Ring of Honor. Because that to me, that's more
see both.
prestigious.
I see both sides. Yeah.
The only company I will give you that notion is TNA. It's the only company I will give you because no, CM Punk is not gonna go to an NWA where they're sniffing fucking coke and losing their TV deals because of stupid decision making. You gotta understand, 90% of these companies don't flourish because the management is trash. Right. So you're gonna put a star like CM Punk with bullshit management. We just saw that. We just saw it. As much as we love AEW, the management is garbage. And that's why they're in the situation they're in. They're not drawing with a megastar like Edge, who could have easily
you also got to think about the fact that the bargaining stuff that CM Punk probably could have had if he decided to go to all of this stuff. If I was CM Punk and I wanted to go to one of these little things, if like say boom, NWA, I'm sorry, Billy Corgan, you're not writing shit anymore after what you did, and that's rightfully so. I'm gonna be the head booker, and I'm gonna train all of these people, and I'm gonna literally carry this company on my back, and you're just gonna give me the money, and I'm gonna restore the NWA back to the original glory of what Harley Race had it, and fucking Lou Thesz, Ric Flair, all of them shits, because Billy Corgan has drove that shit through the mud and is basically halfway to hell right now.
No, so hold on.
Name one situation where a wrestler had that much creative control and it was a success.
Yeah,
he could have been the first. He could have been the first.
I see where folks
because look, when he was in AEW, the best parts of AEW was his segments.
Yeah, him and MJF really.
Am I wrong?
Like
Am I wrong? If it wasn't
MJF
him,
may have had
he wasn't MJF. You go into the CM Punk show.
You're talking about a promo.
He could do that. He could do that
versus managing an entire roster. Someone with the mindset and the temperament of CM Punk can't manage a target. Let's be real. No, he cannot.
I'm being real. I think he could.
Half of your roster would have been fired or suspended, bro.
Good. Yeah, most of them needed to go anyway.
We just needed
to go anyway.
But I think
CM Punk
what's not being said.
Why as fans should we expect CM Punk to do something like that when the man is already in his 40s and 50s?
Because that's what he wanted to do in the first place when he went to AEW, when he wanted to put his nose into everybody's business.
Right. And what happened with that? And what happened?
What happened was that
not going to flourish. Everyone has creative control. Or
he didn't have his star power to be that person because there was a couple of executive vice presidents prevented him. But if he had nobody there, I think that AEW and CM Punk would have flourished if there wasn't anybody trying to get in the way for that. But that wasn't the case. Now, is there somebody there? Now, is there somebody there in NWA? No, there's nobody there. CM Punk could have had his whole reign. Yes, 1,000%. 1,000%. If Billy Corgan was smart, he would have definitely done that.
It didn't work for Dixie. It didn't work for Dixie.
It would have worked.
For Jeff Jarrett.
It would have worked.
Let's come on. History repeats itself. We've been watching wrestling for far too long. You cannot let the inmates run the asylum. Period. You don't let the inmates. You let him run the asylum. Then you make your own promotion. You don't give him a promotion that has already terrible management and old history. You know what? Do an EC3.
That's why. That's basically what you do.
Whatever the hell. I'd understand if you said that, but you're saying let's take an old, rundown, terrible image, terribly managed company, and then
recently terrible image,
making the most money.
You forget that 70 years. It has 70 years of history, bro. Like it's not.
Yeah,
it's
the
not
last champion was Tyrus.
Recently. No,
yeah, the last champion was Tyrus.
Yeah, the last champion was Tyrus.
What they did to Nick Aldis. And before Nick Aldis, it was Cody.
If I was CM Punk,
before Cody, nobody gave a fuck about NWA for years. Where was the fanfare when R-Truth won the championship?
when there was
Nobody
watching
gave a fuck
TNA.
about the NWA Championship.
Everybody
Nobody,
was watching. Everybody, no, because you didn't like TNA, but people was watching it though, because
bro.
it steadily went up.
Right. It
Right
went
or
up,
wrong?
it went steadily up to replacing the NWA Championship from being the main championship in TNA. It went steadily up to nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it went
yeah, it
steadily
went
to
up.
nothing.
It went steadily up.
The
But
company,
because
yeah, the
the
company is
NWA
70
decided to
years, it
leave
has
them.
70 years of history. But how much of that history was horse shit?
I mean, that's on your opinion.
It's
That
not
if it's
it's
horse
not
shit. But
opinion. They
a
have
lot of
not been
people, a lot of people, a
NWA
lot of
hasn't
people will
been anything
disagree with
since the
you.
territories.
A lot of people disagree with you. That's all I'm gonna say.
NWA hasn't been anything since the territories.
And that's all it needs to be since the territories. Nobody gives a fuck about that
Right. So
shit.
so what your
Yeah,
mindset
so what
is,
you're trying to
put
say?
a
So what you're
small
trying to say?
put a
Fuck,
large peg in a small hole. That doesn't make sense.
Because Tyrus was champion for 6 months. Fuck the rest of the 70 years. Basically, what you're saying.
Okay, and without mentioning Nick Aldis or Cody, what was the most prominent shit in the last 20 years?
All right, and that's what I said.
Oh, it's
CM
not
Punk,
all right.
he could have
Give me the
elevated.
example.
He could have. All right, but I'm saying
But give me
CM
the
Punk could have elevated.
example.
There
You're
is nothing
talking
because
about
CM
the
Punk could have
illustrious
elevated it,
70-year history of NWA. You said it out your mouth. I'm
bro.
forgetting the
At least
70-year illustrious history. So remind me in the last 20 years, without mentioning Nick Aldis and Cody Rhodes, what was a prominent moment with the NWA Championship that the company, the champion of the company, signed with the company, was ringing bells?
nobody was ringing bells there in the time. But like I said,
So how
CM Punk
prominent
could
is
raise
this
it up.
history?
CM Punk could raise it up though. It's 70
How
years, bro. Just because
again?
it went dead
The
on the
smarter
80s.
route,
Just
the
because
smarter
it just
route, and the
because it
whole
went
reasoning why CM Punk even went to AEW is what makes the world turn. Money. The only reason he
yes.
went to AEW wasn't to elevate the business. It was to dabble with the young guys. Cool. But it was money.
But
WB
who made
money.
that money? Who drew that money? It wasn't Tony
CM
Khan.
Punk.
It was
CM
exactly.
Punk.
He could, and wherever he
Right.
goes,
But you're
fans are
telling
gonna
him to
watch.
draw money in a company that has no market, that has
And
no broadcasting,
he could
that
do it.
has no
He
sponsors.
could do it.
That has nobody
Do
that's
it.
saying, yes,
He could do
we
it.
believe in this
Wait,
company to give it a
He
deal.
could do it.
The reason
Okay,
Warner Brothers
okay,
He
got
could do it.
behind
okay,
AEW
okay.
is
Do it.
because of
Okay.
all
He could do
things.
it. And like I
Because
said, he could
Cody
do it.
sold over 10,000 without a deal. That's why TNT believed in wrestling again. Because Cody proved
Yeah.
do it without a deal, without broadcasting, with minimal advertisement. Cody sold out 10,011. You got billionaire backing for that company. Yes, it's
And you
going to
trying to
draw
say,
eyes of a
and you
cable
trying to
company
say, and you
that
trying
could
to say,
not only cross promote with another sports owner, but could possibly gain money from a billionaire. Yeah, they're gonna dabble with AEW. Yeah, they're gonna give them the cable deals. And yeah, if they see that they have someone like a CM Punk who's on a level of a Hogan or something like that in their eyes, yeah, they're gonna give them the extra show, give them the extra sponsorship. But you're talking about
Man,
companies that are
that's a
essentially
great
dead.
segue. That is a great segue. Is CM Punk the new Hogan? Is CM Punk the new Hogan?
he
Because
could be. He
kind of
could
seems
be.
like
He's the draw, bro. He's the draw. Any company that he could go to, he's the draw.
Okay,
Any
okay, hold on.
company.
All right. You guys have went back and forth about this for like 5 to 6 minutes.
Let's have your opinion. We need a meeting.
Right. All right. So at the end of the day, like AJ said, it's all about money. Yeah, this is about money. Yeah, he clearly loves wrestling. There's no doubt about that. He loves wrestling. But at the end of the day, nobody's doing this for free. On the other hand, I understand what Focus is saying. And maybe if CM Punk was like 10 years younger, I could maybe see him doing that. But at this stage in his career, he's looking to get his money, headline WrestleMania. Honestly, I think this is what this is really all about. He wants to headline WrestleMania, get his money, do his comic books, do his acting, right off into the sunset. So, but I think if 10 years younger CM Punk, 10 years younger CM Punk, I think he would do that. Focus.
And that's why
he could transition into head booker and basically have miles of better storylines than what NWA been having for a while.
Not every wrestler has that want in them, and as fans, we can't put that
So
on
that,
Punk
but
and
why
demonize his
if
decision to
you, but
go
you
back
can't say that.
based on
But
what
you
we
can't say
wanted
that because he
or
went
what he could
because
have
he
done.
always
Yes, I can
wants
say that.
he wants to put his business into other shit. Like that's what happened to AEW, bro.
If CM Punk really wanted it like that, he would have stuck it out with AEW.
Exactly.
So I think that's the end of that.
Exactly.
I
And
think
I
we
that's
can
think
my
put a pin in it.
point.
He
That's
would
my
have
point.
stuck it out at AEW because that would have been his perfect
I don't know.
opportunity. Because we
Because
all know coming to the E, no matter how big you
I
are,
feel
nobody's bigger than the E. Nobody's big
Exactly.
unless
I
unless
That's
you're
the
Rock,
I feel
position
like
that I
CM
still
Punk
see in
was
Punk in.
pigeonholed.
unless
I
you're
feel
Rock or
CM
Stone
Punk was
Cold,
pigeonholed.
unless you're Rock or Stone Cold, even John Cena, unless you're Rock or Stone Cold, no all respect to John Cena, unless you're Rock or Stone Cold, you're not bigger than the WWE. So you're gonna come and fall in line. If CM Punk really wanted to make it happen like
And
that,
that's
he would
not
have
a bad
stayed in
thing.
AEW. It's not. It's
Let's
not. It's
pause
not
on that real
because
quick.
it
Because
needs
that's not a
order.
bad thing. And
It needs order.
a lot of fans scream creative control, and a lot of fans scream, oh, but they need freedom. What has the freedom done for 90% of our guys going to AEW? The ones that we was
I,
like, yo, we
I
fucking
if you ask me,
diehard fans. We love
if you
these
ask me,
dudes, and they're finally in AEW. What has the
if
creative freedom done for them?
other than CM Punk and MJF, not too much.
And MJF
Yeah,
is
I mean,
an original guy for them. I'm talking
Triple
about
H
the
is
heroes. I'm talking about
yeah.
the
But
Crowley.
what I'm just trying to say that CM Punk, I feel like he has the skills to do it. Take a
Maybe
no nothing
He has the
promotion.
wrestling mind for it.
If not,
He don't have the temperament.
make his own make his own shit. You know, Freddie Prinze Jr. got the premiering streak. I feel like he should have done it like that. Made
Yeah,
his own
he
shit.
could. He had the
Either made his
opportunity.
own shit, or take over a smaller promotion because he has the star power to
He,
negotiate that.
he literally had the opportunity to do that. He literally did. They made a show. They debuted. They gave him the big money. They gave him the championship. They gave him everything. They
Except
gave him
you
everything.
have people
They gave him
pigeonholing him there
everything.
and fighting against him and
He
shit like
he
that.
could have kept that shit backstage, bro. If he could have kept that shit
He could have
backstage.
he could have
No, he
he
did.
could
He
have
could have kept that
He
shit
did.
he could have
backstage.
He
he
did.
could have.
Yes.
Jack Perry should have kept that.
When you got Dave Meltzer leaking
Backstage.
every shit out and all the wrestlers talking to him, he should have.
Jack Perry, Dead in Camera, Crimea River.
Like,
Yeah,
come
Yo,
on,
he
well,
could
they
have
bro.
kept that shit
antagonized CM
backstage.
Punk.
You can never tell me that CM Punk got a fair try in AEW, bro. No, like
Should have kept that
Ah,
shit
he's
it's not a fair
backstage.
try, bro.
didn't.
He didn't have a fair try, and
They should
that's
have made
why I
that shit.
say he should have
This
got
is
his own, either
and
made his own
and
promotion
this is
or
why
elevated one.
I
That's it.
disagree with the level of involvement you want him in
Right.
personally, because my biggest gripe, and you could go back to the CM Poo episode when we covered the whole fallout of everything. My biggest gripe was CM Punk, you should have minded your fucking business. Like, unless you really was signed on as head writer or head of talent relations or some shit like that, which you weren't,
That we know of.
we already know who's the head of talent relations.
Right.
Those positions were filled before CM Punk got on.
I guess my
I
only
really
thing.
think this is one less name.
The reason why I say backstage is because it's just like I feel like none of us were backstage, so obviously it's all speculations. Like, did you have that same energy that you had at that scrum backstage with them when you had that conversation? Did you have that same energy? Because I'm sure if you would have had that same energy that you had on that media table with them backstage, face to face, I'm pretty sure that shit would have got settled down. I just feel like that energy just didn't match up. Like how he presented it out in the public and how he presented it backstage. I don't know.
Match, bro, because there was a brawl. So the energy he had at that scrum.
But that's after though. But I'm saying that's after. I'm saying
like talking about if he bring that energy to them and try to hash it out before
from the beginning, right? From the beginning, like did he come to them like that from the beginning? Like, yo,
to tell you the truth, it sound like it. It sound like it.
It does sound like
it.
it.
Sound like it. It does sound like because
Hangman was the
he
first
kept
one.
On.
Hangman was the first person to go into business for himself about any situation.
And remember,
we had no idea there
Kenny was talking.
In them.
Kenny was trying to squash everything, and between the Bucks and fucking CM Punk, from what the reports were saying. So CM Punk was trying to do business with them. It's just he wasn't given a fair shot. Like I said.
Yeah. because the rumor said that the Young Bucks didn't
And
want to work with him, but they said that Kenny was willing to work with him, and
that's what I'm saying.
it seemed like they was heading in that direction because Kenny said you might even see me on Collision.
If that's the case, and now we looking at how Cody left, now CM Punk left. There's problems at the top, and I don't feel like CM Punk got that fair shot, which is why I said either he needed to make his own company or take over a smaller promotion and use his star power, negotiate to be the head booker, last say on everything, no matter what. Fuck Billy Corgan has to say, or fucking Anthem, or whoever's in control of MLW. He could use that star power, negotiate it to a point where he would have been that guy. Final say on everything. Because if not, then I'm not signing with you. Fuck you. Go fucking work in the fucking mud, fucking shit. He could have done like that.
He could have.
And he would have been successful in my eyes.
Who's to say that his experience at AEW rubbed him the wrong way, and now he doesn't want to manage talent. Now he doesn't.
It could be.
Maybe he wants to focus on his career, and like Rich
it could
be,
but
it's about money.
It could be, but I just hope that he just buys his business done and stops.
I think we also kind of seen this with Cody too, because it was just like, I'm pretty sure Cody liked aspects of that EVP, but I'm pretty sure he's enjoying himself a lot more that he can just focus on his wrestling.
Oh,
he can focus on a Nightmare Factory. He can focus on all those things.
Oh,
yeah.
Cody talk. You can tell he's enjoying himself. Cody, there's one thing about him. He's very transparent. His personality seeps through. That's why he's always fucking crying on the mic. Not even to make fun. But
I just feel like with Cody Rhodes,
you can tell he's enjoying this run, and you could
feel like with Cody Rhodes, he has more creative run.
Can you hear me?
Here, yeah, I can hear you. I feel like he has more of a creative run here than he does in AEW, because I feel like certain things that he tried to push or do, the other people decided to mix it out or something. Or
because it was too much. It was too much. In my personal opinion, he has a lot of input. He has a lot of input with his creative in it, but at the end of the day, trips and companies like, all right, this is the final say so. So his input gets factored in. I feel like in AEW, it was, I want all this, and then it just wasn't. Then that's when you get super overbooked. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get them MJF, Jay White finish, because that was a Cody shit. That's something right out of the Codyverse. That MJF and Jay White, that's right out of 2019 Cody right there. Like straight up. That is like a mirror image. So I just feel like it's too much. With AEW, he had too much, and with WWE, he has just enough. Like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. All right, we like that. We're gonna do this, we're gonna flip that around a little bit, and then it's a collaborative thing instead of just you do everything you want, because too much is not always the best thing. You need people in charge. You know what I'm saying? You need a strong management. Because we all know what would have happened if Punk would have pulled that shit with Vince or Triple H right there.
Pull the plug on him.
Triple H might have fucking punched him in the face or something like that. Like, the mic would have been snapped. This would have never happened under WWE. Never.
And this is why I keep saying that this is the right system for him. This is the level of professionalism that CM Punk is used to. He needs somebody to pull the reins back on him sometimes, or put him in his place. AEW doesn't understand that culture. WWE, you talking about history. Let's talk about history. That locker room has a history there. There's a way things are done on the highest level every day. AEW's never been on the level as far as production, everything, advertising, match quality, just overall production value on a day-to-day basis like WWE. They haven't matched that at all once. Match quality of match types, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm talking about the overall package of what they present weekly on the highest level. AEW's not touching that. So
they had their run.
Bro,
2019, 2020.
I'm not talking about wrestling. I'm talking about the guy setting up the ring, the guy setting up the Titantrons, the video package, the video editors. I'm talking about the overall package. The way everything is functions in that company is on the highest level. So if
that's not even a fair comparison.
If you're gonna,
that's not even a fair comparison. You compare them to like the NBA.
If you're gonna pull the mic on a production that large and try to talk your shit, and I didn't give you that live mic, you're gonna get reprimanded. Right. You might get decked in the face. It's true.
And Vince would have turned that into a storyline, which is one of the biggest. That's when I really knew the reins was really off, because for all the shit we may give Vince, Vince would have turned that into a story no matter what.
For sure.
That's I feel like that is one of the biggest missed opportunities that AEW ever had to not turn that into a storyline. That's crazy how that shit never
That's on TK, bro. It's funny because when AEW first started, we all was on that bandwagon, but then we started to see the cracks on the strip, and then we saw like how the captain really acts, and now we have to get in the fucking lifeboats, bro.
I love what Tony's done for wrestling and giving us another avenue, but I'm 100% like not on Tony shit. The way he presents,
I'm already on the lifeboat, bro. Already on the
company,
lifeboat.
yeah, as the way he presented himself as the owner of the company is absolutely fucking terrible. You have no fucking spine. You have no
The only person that's worse
terrible
than
decision.
TK.
And honestly, TK reminds me of that kid who was bullied in high school, who was just trying to find a place amongst the cool kids to survive for the day, and got pushed around and did niggas' homework. That's who Tony Khan reminds me of in the wrestling business. Real talk.
I'm not on the lifeboat yet. I'm still on the AEW ship.
Tribe.
I'm still on the AEW. Well, my tribalism died once Triple H became head of.
I don't mean tribalism between the companies. I'm saying,
but like,
nah,
I
don't have any tribalism.
Too many people in charge.
I talk shit about everything
or have input.
I'm still on the AEW ship, but I still feel like it's a good product, and I do feel like it's.
I support AEW.
I feel like it's going back to. I feel like it is leaning more back to the roots. They're going back to their identity.
Get Tony off my fucking TV. Get Tony off of my notification.
But then who's gonna make an important announcement?
Nigel McGuinness.
Right.
Nigel motherfucking McGuinness, bro.
Yeah, I give you that. I give you that. Nigel McGuinness.
Get a GM. You get a GM. You've had ties to so many companies. You could have signed Nick Aldis to be the face of the GM for your company. Get Tony off my screen. You already look ridiculous. I don't want to be an owner who hugs his talent every week and slurps the soul out of them because he's a fanboy. And then when something goes wrong, you're picking out of your favorite toys.
I don't mind the hugs, man. I don't mind the hugs.
Like, I'm sorry.
You gotta give the people what they want.
They gotta give the people what they want.
To circle back around, this part of the episode is perfect. Yes, I think CM Punk is the new Hogan because he's just as polarizing. And when people first heard that Hogan was back in WWE, it wasn't all cheers and shits and giggles. People were afraid of NWO. Give that man 3 months, he's yellow and red. Give CM Punk 2-3 months. We'll see how many people he wins back over.
He needs to be a heel. I feel like this is the perfect opportunity for CM Punk to just be a heel.
I think so.
I feel like people are going to cheer him.
They're already building with Drew McIntyre's reactions yesterday, so it's possible.
Right. I feel like people are going to cheer him, but then people are going to really just start to really just think about everything that's happened. They go like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, we're happy to see you, but boo, motherfucker, boo. Like, shame this man. Shame this man.
I don't think CM Punk could cause an impact the way he did in AEW in WWE. No. So I think we have a pretty safe bet. I trust Triple H's decision making and the fact that he'll pull the plug on a wild CM Punk. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I think CM Punk is home. This is where the controversy started. This is where the reign and the prestige of CM Punk came from. We might as well see him come back home. When Hogan came back, like I said, he wasn't welcome at first. 3 months later, with remembering Hogan like he was the hero, like he wasn't the NWO villain in the last 10 years.
Right. I mean, listen.
When Bret came back and shook Shawn Michaels' hand, we didn't see it as he went back on his principles, because even Bret Hart to this day still kind of talk shit. We saw it as, oh my God, Bret Hart's back. They settled the beef. I love this. Let's move forward. Let's let CM Punk try to move forward. That's all I'm saying.
Bogus? How you feel about that?
No. With the CM Punk.
Is CM Punk the new?
Listen, man. He is the new Hulk Hogan, bro. That's why I say he should have went to a fucking lowest promotion, bro. He has his star power.
Oh, Hogan he didn't do shit.
He did it already. He did. He made his move already, though. CM Punk did his NWO move already.
He,
and he
yo,
fucked it,
he
and it
did,
fucked up.
and he could
I'm
still.
not gonna say he
That's
fucked
not
it
his
up. I'm just
fault.
gonna
That's
say
not his fault. That's not his
right. That's
fault
what I'm
though.
saying. I'm not gonna say he fucked it up. It fucked up. That situation fucked up.
I feel like if
That situation
in the
fucked
right
up.
position, without people getting in his way, he would have any promotion at that top level because he has that draw power. He has that style power. He sold the
Facts.
fucking arena off of a rumor.
Right. Nah, it's a shame.
Any promotion. He could
I'll say
have went any meeny miny mo, and he would
I'll
have
say this.
raised that elevate
I'll
that,
agree
that
to
shit to the
disagree.
top.
There's a reason why CM Punk waited an extra year for AEW to get on the right ground before he pulled the plug. There's a reason why he waited for the extra deals to come around and extra
Just told
money.
him he got the money,
There's reason for that. So I'll
and
agree
he
to
got the
disagree
money.
as far as him going to lower promotion. It just makes the most sense. You don't.
Yeah.
Technically, he still got all that money because Tony has to pay him off since he fired him. He has that AEW money in his bank account, bro. It doesn't have to all be
Well,
about that
that's
money.
not necessarily true because he got fired with cause. So he
Right.
Fired with cause,
probably
a
breached
fire
the
with cause,
contract.
and what about everything leading up to that? That's a lawsuit, bro. That's work discrimination and all of that shit.
You
I
really
don't.
wanna you really wanna go into a lawsuit with
Hey,
Dirty Dan?
I don't think so. But on that note, we can literally do this all day. We got less than a minute. We're gonna wrap this thing up. This has been Kayfabe Avenue. Find us on all streaming platforms. Find us on YouTube. Join the conversation. Join our Facebook group. All at Kayfabe Avenue. This has been Kayfabe AJ, Mr. Richie Moon, and Kayfabe Focus. Kenny, take us home.
Good.